Hi, everybody. Nice to have you here. Good evening, Jane. Jane. Good evening, Gene. Let's party. That's right. Let's party like it's 1982. Oh. Uh, so, how are you doing, Gene? Yes, I'm here. Hello, hello. Um, it said 8 o'clock p.m., which is 8 o'clock p.m. now. Homemade dark cherry pie made it in 2.5 hours. Oh, made it 2.5 hours ago. Okay. Did you save us some? Would have been nice. Uh, had a rough day yesterday. It was an ass kicker. Busy, busy, busy. So why I wasn't on the live stream this morning because last night um, I got done around. I got back in town around, I don't know, 5 o'clock, and then well, hi Kevin. So anyways, I got back in town around 5. Had to go to a Halloween party that my daughter was having. Went there. We got home around 10:30 or so last night. It rained and everything. It was miserable. Um, but I was so tired. I went in the chair and by 10 after 5 come up and I woke up, hit the alarm, and went back to bed. Finally crawled out around 10 after 10 this morning. But Friday when I got done with the live stream, I was busy all day until I ate dinner around 8:45 that night. I come home and cooked a couple of pork cutlets and fried them up in a frying pan. That was my dinner. Then I went in and watched live PD until I passed out. So, how you doing, TJ? Nice to have you here. Good to see you, brother. So, well, it was a good auction. I got up there, me and Cody, my grandson. Say something. Say something slow. Slow mode is on. The Nut and Yo cereal? How you doing, the Nut and Yo cereal? Make America great again. That's right. Hi, old Trump. So, Bobby, good evening. How you doing, Bobby? So, Grizz, good evening. Anyways, Friday was a rump kicker. So was Saturday. I got up there at 10 after 8, and I'm telling you, Gene, I shouldn't tell you this, Gene, but you'd have cried. Some of this woodworking stuff was almost practically brand new. And I think the most expensive thing they sold was a lathe, and I think it only brought 125 bucks. Everything else, all this woodworking stuff, I think the most expensive thing other than the lathe was um, a Makita, I think it was, or 12-inch compound miter saw. And I think it brought 85 bucks, but the rest of it was, 60, 50, 45, 40, 50. And then, I mean, they sold mountains and mountains of woodworking equipment. Sent me some pics. So, Whoopie in the pack. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Yeah, there we go. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to see you. But anyways, I went to this auction, and the guy said, "Here, come in the house, and maybe you guys can set up anywhere you want." It was his dad that passed away and left him this house. The kid's the only kid that's living. He's 64 years old. Anyways, you walk into the house, open up the door, and you walk in, and this room had two fireplaces in it, one at each side. And it was probably 50 feet long by 35 or 40 feet long. Hardwood floors, 25-foot ceilings. And there was mounts all over the place, mounted on the wall. I bet there was 50 of them. There was, I don't know, 4 or 5 log bed homes, or, log beds there, excuse me, in this room. A bunch of log furniture. This room was full of stuff that they were auctioning off. Then the garage had a bunch of stuff, and then I was in the shed, or the pole building. Now this thing was 60 by 80, I believe. Had 4 garage doors on it, double garage doors, ones that are 24 or whatever feet wide. Had 4 of them in this. This guy must have, I don't know, must have done something, because this guy had, I bet there was 100 outlets in this garage or pole building. One every 4 or 5 feet, there was an outlet. There must have been 50 fluorescent lights in this thing. They had 3 rows of them running the entire length of the building. And I can't even imagine how many sheets of OSB, but the entire building was sheeted in OSB on the inside, all the walls, even the ceiling. And I don't even know what the attic had in it, or how big the attic was. But this thing was huge. It was just amazing, man. Well, that's good, Bobby. What are you doing in here now? You should be out there working. Don't you have a flashlight? Huh? I remember lots of times having somebody hold the flashlight while I was working on a car. That's one of the easiest ways to get it done. You work faster that way. But anyways, we were there for probably 2 hours. How you doing, Brian? Before we sold a cup of coffee. And I'm thinking, man, this is gonna suck. And the reason why is because everybody was up there looking at those mounts. Anyway, I flapping my gums. How many hot dogs did I sell? Well, I sold about, I sold 36 hot dogs. I sold 19 sausages. Okay. Coffee. I made 40 bucks on a pot of coffee, because I sold all but 2 cups of coffee in a coffee pot. But that wasn't a big seller. Sloppy Joe was. I wrote on my little sign there, Sloppy Joe's, $3. Make your sandwich a sloppy sandwich for 50 cents more. Hell, you can't. I can't even tell you how many people bought a hot dog and wanted for a scoop of sloppy Joe thrown on it for 50 cents. Oh yeah, I'll do that. Had a woman come up. She said, "I'll take a cup of that." And I said, "I ain't even got a spoon." She says, "That's okay. I got a spoon in my purse." I said, "All right. How much?" 12-ounce coffee cup, $6. That's okay. That sounds reasonable. Well, if you're willing to pay $6 for a 12-ounce cup of sloppy Joe, I'll sell it to you. You were there, you'd have bought two. No, you wouldn't have, Brian. You'd have bought four because the first two, you said they were just too damn good. You'd had to have two more to make sure the first two were okay. So, how you doing, Brian? Nice to see you. Tammy. Oh my God, Tammy, you are looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Yeah. If you were a dog, you'd ate more than two. Oh yeah, it's sloppy. I'm telling you. That woman come back and she said, "Let me tell you something. I've had a lot of sloppy joes in my life." She said, "That is the best sloppy joe I have ever had in my entire life." I said, "Really?" She said, "Did you make it yourself?" I said, "Yeah, I sure did." And she said, "What'd you do?" I said, "Well, I dehydrate my own vegetables and stuff, so I made my own seasoning for the burger. I made it with dehydrated onions and peppers and you know some garlic powder." She said, "Really?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "Man, that was the best." All right, I will, Grizz. I'll keep that in mind. You're 2 minutes behind. So, but anyways, if you're willing to pay $6 for a 12-ounce cup of sloppy Joe, I guess that was the winner. I come home with about maybe while I went there, I cooked up 11 pounds of sloppy Joe, of hamburger meat, and made sloppy Joe. I've got four, I think it's a 4-quart. It's a 4-quart roasting oven. And this thing was clean to the top. Okay. When I got done with it, making it, it was clean to the top. I put aluminum foil on it so it wouldn't spill. And I put it in the refrigerator before we took it. Then Saturday morning, I put it in the roaster again, warmed it up so it wouldn't take forever to heat it up. And when I got it up to there, I plugged it in and started warming it up. But when I brought it home, I probably got just a little bit left, more than a pint left over. So it was a good seller. You got your first snow today. Well, congratulations. Not really. Did you try to blow it over to the neighbor's house so you could make winter stay away for a little bit longer there, Will? I have I have diced jalapeno on the cart, Grizz. I got diced jalapenos. I got cheese, mild banana peppers, relish, and onions on the back of the cart, plus ketchup and mustard. So there's everything your little heart desires. So, and the diced jalapeno really isn't a big seller. I'll dump a half a jar into the pan, and I usually um you probably may only sell, or may only have 2 or 3 teaspoons taken out of it. That's it. Now, yesterday I had to fill up the onions and I had to fill up the relish. Um, I ran out of sauerkraut. First time ever. Sauerkraut. Hell, sometimes I never sell, one sauerkraut dog. Yesterday, everybody wanted sauerkraut, evidently. Boomerock, how you doing, man? Nice to see you here. Keep it real, Boomer. That's right. Keep it real. So, yeah, that's okay. I don't mind snow. Eating some of them jalapenos. That's right. With sauerkraut, I don't eat it, but there's people that do. You having hot dogs tonight? Well, anyways, the other day I come up across a store that's just down the street. It's at the vacation destination that I'm trying to save up for. Uh, it's in Bertzel. It's a meat market. I was in there the other day, and they have uh, natural casing all beef hot dogs, 5 pounds for $10. That's $2 a pound. That's not bad at all. I buy 10 pounds of hot dogs right now, all beef, skinless, and it costs me $30. So I didn't buy any. Buy some more of them up in the freezer. Oh. All right, there, Gene. Let me check those out. You eat the sauerkraut? A lot of people did. I couldn't believe it. I ran out of sauerkraut. And that doesn't normally happen. Usually, I throw away a half a pan of sauerkraut and still have a half a jar. So. I like the Santa Claus there, Gene. There you go. Now let me bring these up. Nothing like coffee on a rainy day, a sunny day, or cloudy day, or every day. That's right. Yeah. Hey, anyone else? Yeah, I'm still waiting too, Gene. There's his doggy feeder. He sent me a couple of those the other day, pictures of them. I've been watching you all year. You're not naughty. You're all just effing disturbed, mentally effing disturbed. You're right, Gene. You're absolutely right, Gene. Googler, how you doing there, Googler? So nice to see you here. Big Steven, how are you doing today? Nice to have you here, Big Steve. Jeff, no hot dogs, Rice Krispies. There you go. So, yeah, like an old fool. That's right. Let's just see what the. There you go, the Republican. That's right. Oh. Anyways, I got done yesterday and went to Halloween party and stuff. Oh, I couldn't walk, man. My feet were hurting so bad I couldn't even hardly stand up. So I finally, this morning, they were feeling a lot better this morning. With stuffed chicken, bacon in the oven, that's pretty cool there. What'd you stuff it with? I have got to get them green beans done tomorrow. How you doing, emergency vehicle? Nice to have you here. Yeah, I can imagine that, Will. Been busy there, Googler, yesterday. So I'm good too there, emergency vehicles. So I've got 17 boxes of green beans, all washed, all cut, or the ends have been snipped, in plastic bags, 8-ounce bags. There's 6 bags to a box, so it's 3 pounds. And I got them. When did I get them? Tuesday and Wednesday. And they're in the refrigerator and they're out in the garage where it's cold, so they're okay. I just haven't had the chance, but tomorrow I guess I'm going to have to start canning. So that would be something I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do some of them, the majority of them with. I'm going to dice up some smoked pork chop and put it in the beans with it, and then can it. I've got some beef bouillon cubes. I think I'll throw a couple in each jar, a few of them, and make some beef bouillon green beans, flavored. And I don't know. I might even do. I don't know so much about chicken. I don't think chicken goes too good with green beans, but I actually should buy some mushrooms and chop them up and throw some green beans and some mushrooms with some beef bouillon together and can those. That's pretty cool. If I canned them green beans, probably 5 years, at least 5 years. I've got bacon I canned 4 years ago, and it's still good. I just opened up a jar a couple of weeks ago. I've got other stuff down there that's been canned for 4 or 5 years. The reason why I can it is not to it's to use it when I need it, but it's also to have it when I really need it. So I don't go using my canned goods unless we absolutely need it, or I'll use tomato juice and stuff like that because we use that for spaghetti and goulash and stuff like that, and that's the reason why it's done that way. But yeah, it's not that hard. There's a lot of videos out there show you how to can. You just got to buy the proper equipment. Buy a pressure canner and a water bath canner. Thing to do is start buying canning jars when it's the end of season, like right now. I'm going to go into the store tomorrow. I'm going to go into the store tomorrow, and usually about this time, they're going to have canning jars. Buy one box, get one box free. And that's when I like to buy them, because then I can get them for two for the price of one. And I'll buy 3 or 4, pay for 3 or 4 and get 6 or 8. So boxes, which is 12 to a box. So roughly right now, I probably got about 800 jars down there in the fruit cellar. Probably about 300 I have that are canned. So I got green beans I canned 2 years ago. They're good. I got carrots. I got peaches. I've got grapes, dill green tomatoes. The dill green tomatoes aren't looking all that hot right now, but I'd still eat them if I had to. So it's, well, you may think it's cheaper, but it's not, because those cans that you buy from the store have an expiration date on them. Okay. And sometimes, oh, that stuff's been sitting around for for months before you even get it. Okay. So you don't even know what the expiration date is. When you get the expiration date, I'm sure, people, well, that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. But, if it's close to being, hey, I'm talking here. Goodbye. When I'm,
we're watching.
Well, then go watch. Thank you. So, anyways, you're getting close to your expiration date. A lot of your canned goods, if you look, they expire in a few days, or a few weeks, a few months. It's hard to find something that's got a 2 or 3 year date on it. Okay. That's because a lot of stuff sits in warehouses and they ship it out just before the expiration date, because they know the majority of the people are going to look at the expiration date after they buy it and say, oh, this is going to be no good in 2 weeks. I got to use it up, and then go buy new. And that's exactly why they do it. So. You're right. So a lot of the, after 7, 8 years, the nutritional value starts to go down some, but it's still food. That's right. Did you go to the funeral, Kevin, by the way? I meant to ask you. So I stopped there Friday for about an hour and a half and talked to Bev, and Uncle Dave and Aunt Judy was there, and talked to Linus and Fred and Harold Jr. So follow the ball, Bell Cannon book. That's right. The Gospel of Canning. That's right. It's easy to do there, Brian. And once you buy the jars, you've got them forever. You don't just throw the jar away when you're done. You can use the jar again. You buy a new lid. You can keep the ring. The ring is going to be good. Even if the ring starts to get rusty, it's still good. Yes, when you can nowadays. Yes, he did. Looked like he was ready to wake up and bite, like he used to do. But anyways, I understand that there, Googler, but what we're trying to get at is people don't realize that. So that's why they'll say, oh, it expires in 2 months, and they don't use it, and the date comes, and then they throw it away. That's what the canning companies are planning on, because now they can sell more. Now, the thing they got doing now is when you get done canning, you wash your jars and you take your rings off, and make sure your lids are on tight, and you take them, put them up, and then you keep the rings off. Well, I've never kept my rings off because I was always worried, about the lids popping off or whatever. But then again, I guess if the lid pops off, it ain't no good anyways. So wide mouth jars do cost more, but they are easier to fill. And people used to do those Miracle Whip jars and stuff like that, mayonnaise jars. Those are pretty nice, but every once in a while you'll find a mayonnaise jar that won't work. The lid won't, or the ring won't fit on the lid, or it won't fit it. So I have a bunch of them mayonnaise jars downstairs that the rings didn't fit. And when I brought them up to can with them after I washed them and everything else, and they didn't fit, I started throwing those things away. So. All right, Chris, we'll see you later, man. I'm sorry I didn't see you leaving. Goodbye. But anyways, you know, it makes it good. So I don't know if you guys, some of you seen it, or some of you didn't. So, um, but I did chili the other day, and I did. Um, Kirsten, bring me a jar of that chili and a jar of that bacon when you get done. Yeah, one of each. Yeah.
This looks gross.
I don't care if it does look gross. Okay, that's. See that? That right up in there? That's bacon. Bacon goodness right there, man. You open that jar up, take a plastic butter knife or whatever, roll around in there, dump it out into a frying pan, and start baking, or start frying, excuse me. Homemade chili. I made some chili, and then I canned it. I did 4 quarts of chili, but one of them didn't seal, so we ate that one. Added stuffed cheeseburger, macaroni, and cheese and black cherry pie. Okay. Potatoes and carrots, that's what you got stuffed in there. That's right, shelf life bacon, baby. Well, don't sell them, I'll take them. I'll buy them from you. No, you're not sharing? You want to know something, Jeff? Neighbor across the street is a dealer for Pepperidge Farm. I get packages. I get boxes of Pepperidge Farm goldfish every week. The grandkids do. Boxes and boxes. You know, there's like 12 of them little packages in each box, or 24 of them packages. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. I got the cookies. I got everything, man. I don't think Sharon's in here yet. They're Big Steve. Yeah, that's right. You make them pay a deposit. Gretchen! Be quiet and watch TV. That's pretty cool there, Tammy. Bet you can't eat just one, you're right. You put cornbread stuffing in your bird. Okay. Well, I asked you what you put in what you stuffed your chicken with, and then you said potatoes and carrots. Hey, I stuffed turkeys with potatoes and carrots and onions. People wonder why, and I said because potatoes, carrots, and onions all have moisture in them. And when they're cooking, they release steam, which puts moisture into the bird. So. Put celery in there. And I mean, I shove potatoes and carrots and celery and onions in there. I shove it in there as much as I can get in it. I've even put oranges in there and apples.
just to give, because all that stuff has moisture in it. And it all, when it gets hot, starts throwing out steam, which makes the bird moist. So, but anyways, we're not having whole turkeys for dinner Thanksgiving. I bought 3 turkey breasts. They're 9 and 10 and 11 pounds, and I'm going to put them in my roaster, all 3 of them, and we're having turkey breasts. Because every year it seems like I'm the only one that picks out that has to debone the turkeys and all this other stuff, and I'm getting damn tired of doing it. Nobody else does it, so we're just going to cut out the middleman and get rid of the bones, period. So. And they ought to be lucky I'm even making turkey breast, because I just thought about buying the turkey loaves with the gravy in it. So I'm not a turkey wing fan. But I tell you what, I used to pick the bones, and I could get you about every ounce of turkey off a bone, so off the carcass. So. But getting back to the canning on the green beans and stuff like that, I got 5 or 6 packages of smoked pork chops. About 8 months ago, me and Kathy bought a freezer at an auction. Bought a freezer lot. Everything in the freezer we bought, for one money. Give $80 for it all. And there was a case of smoked pork chops. There was a case of like 24 boxes of spring egg rolls or whatever, the spicy egg rolls. Those are pretty good. There was 30 boxes of pancakes, probably 20 boxes of waffles, 50 to 100 pounds of different kinds of French fries. There were different size bags. There were 5-pound bags and 2-pound bags. And then there were Nathan French fries on top of that other, the 50 to the 100 pounds or whatever. But anyways, I brought all that stuff home, and I had to find room for it. I spent 2 hours cleaning refrigerators and freezers out and making room to put all that stuff in when I bought it. So, but it was a good deal for $80. And one just playing, yeah. Yeah. How you doing, Sherry Kay? Nice to have you here. It is. I like the dark meat too underneath the thigh, but when I do the turkeys, I do usually two 15-pound birds at a time in the roaster. And I got a big roasting oven, so I do 2 15-pounders at the same time. And by the time, and then we get done doing everything, and, I've cooked all day Thanksgiving, and at night, I'm the one that's got to debone everything before, you go to bed. And I'm tired, so. And I can guarantee you one thing. Ain't nobody taking any turkey breast home. No, sir, Bobski. Unless they're going home to Fremont, Indiana, then they can have some, but no. All the rest of them will have to come over to the house again for a cold turkey sandwich the next day. That's right. B&J, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. And by the way, Sherry Kay, you are looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. So. I know Brad's a fan of this. Ain't that right, Brad? You like that canned bacon. That's right. Good stuff, man. I was watching some videos today. I sat down and was watching some YouTube videos. canning chicken. I think I'm going to start canning chicken too. Um, there's times I can buy chicken for 29 cents a pound, you know, drumsticks and stuff like that. Just pull the meat off and start canning. That's right. Chicken breasts and stuff like that. A lot of times I can get it for $1.69 a pound. Buy 10 pounds of it, cut it up in cubes, and throw it in, jars. A pint a pound. You put a pound of chicken in every pint. I think if I'm going to do some chicken, I would actually do some chicken bouillon and put it in there with it. And that'll flavor that, and then make it super concentrated so you can actually make, a chicken soup or whatever. So. But you can play with it because you could actually, put Italian seasonings in with that and make an Italian chicken. Or you could put jalapeno slices in there and make it hot and spicy chicken. You could do a lot of stuff, man. But basically, when you're starting to pressure cook, it don't matter whatever you put in there. Pressure can. It don't matter whatever you put in it. Um, it's going to can. So. Is that some kind of code? SD20YSLDM? What's that supposed to mean? Or is that sausage fingers working there, Kevin? Why, yes, it is. Sausage fingers are working? Or code? What's the code for? I'm thinking about that. Yeah, me too. I'm thinking that too. Well, we'll just find out because you can Google everything in Google. I know. Yeah, I know. The sweet sweeties. I know. Look what it did to Bruce. You're right, Jeff. Look what it did to Bruce. So, uh, well, it's someone's personal code, but so. I didn't see what you messaged, Kevin, but and that's right. So if you guys are taking Jeff's little bit of wisdom that I told him there, don't eat Wheaties after 20 years. Don't eat them. Look what it did to Bruce. That's right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Sherry. From boy to girl. Hold on a second. Kevin's calling me. Well, I wish I could tell you what that was about, but I can't. 'Cause, no, that would be naughty. So I can't do that. That's why he called me to tell me what it meant. So, yeah, you should have got corn checks. That's right. Good evening, Junkyard. How are you doing today? Nice to have you here. I got another event on November 10th. Been out to the brother-in-law's. Okay. Did you have to set them straight, or is this the kind of brother-in-law that you get along with? Anyways, we got November 10th is the next auction, hot dog event that I got to go to. And I am thinking about making chili and taking it. So, see how good that works. Put it in a 12-ounce cup, so they can carry it around, and a spoon. They're business calls. That's right. That was Kevin, actually, Jeff. He was calling me, but he couldn't tell me what that was. He was that code that he put up there, and I can't tell you because it's naughty. Twinkies. They found the King Dongs and stuff, but they were looking for Twinkies. Remember that? It was Nicolas Cage. And not Nicolas Cage. Who was it? Was it Nicolas Cage? I don't know. One of them actors. Yeah. No, it's his mind is in the gutter. His mind, Jeff. Kevin, he's got a naughty brain. Yeah. Naughty. I'd love to go hunt these. Turkey and deer? Well, me too. Yeah, use the long Sunday spoons. No, I actually give them a short spoon about this long, give them a cup about this deep. That way they have to pour it like this, and they look like when it all slides down, hits them right in the face. And then they get done eating it, and their face is all stained orange from the tomato and the chili and all the other stuff. It look funny. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you was there to help. Oh. I had this one guy, he wanted a sloppy dog, or sloppy Joe. Not a dog, but a sloppy Joe. So I put some on it. He said, put a little more on there. I said, okay. So I give him another scoop, I give it to him. I said, I hope you got some way of eating that thing. He said, let me tell you something. It looks hot as hell, so I don't know how I'm going to eat it, but I'm going to get it down sooner or later. Yeah, every 30 seconds. You're right there, but this wasn't what he was talking about. All right there, B&J, you have a great night, man. We'll see you in the morning. A chili mustache, that's right. Evidently, Will, you must know what I'm talking about. If it's good, it's worth getting it. No. Jewish Redneck Preppers, Shalom. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you. Tonight, I made, I didn't have any taco seasoning, and we were going to have nachos. So I took some chili powder, some paprika, and I started frying up my ground beef and stuff. I really want a sloppy joes. I don't know why, but you got a craving. I'm telling you, the best in the world, Sherry. I make the best. And anyways, I took some dehydrated onions and some black peppercorns and some bouillon cubes, put it in a food processor, and made it into a powder. And then I used that for my seasoning base. Sprinkled that all over the hamburger, started cooking it. But I didn't have any taco flavoring. So I put some paprika, some chili powder, and started cooking that way. I got to tasting it. It started tasting like a Tex-Mex. So I ended up, I put some Ortega taco sauce in with the burger and cooked a little bit of it in there. And then I took 2 cans of Skyline chili and poured it in there with it, and made it like it wasn't soupy, but it coated the burger and made it like a chili base. And that's what we had over nacho shells tonight. So nothing wrong with Dinty. You're right. Nothing wrong with a Dinty more. Oh, that sounds pretty good there. Chili with grated Parmesan cheese. That sounds pretty good. She a pretty good cook? That's right. She is a pretty good cook. That's right. It can't be, if it doesn't come from a box or a can, it can't be made, huh, Junkyard? Yeah. I got this hankering for making some chili. I love Dinty Moore. So. That's right. Best of all, she's fast. That's right. Fast. I think tomorrow morning I'm going to make me some treat. Slice it up nice and thin. I'll probably do that tonight. Slice it up nice and thin in the morning. Then I'll be able to fry it up. And then I'll have me some corned beef hash with it. And I do believe I got a tube of biscuits in there still. It has some biscuits with it. And maybe not. That's right. It's textured protein. It's like an Italian Tex-Mex. Yeah. He likes Kraft mac and cheese. Kathy makes homemade macaroni and cheese. And the youngest of our kids, when we have a get-together, Christmas, Thanksgiving, or whatever, he wants her to make homemade macaroni and cheese. So we normally have that with the Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving or whatever. And it's just something she does for him. So don't get me wrong, everybody eats it, but she does it because he wants it. So I should have been. That's right. So are you making me a dark cherry pie or what? She's looking pretty good too, isn't she? Um, Uncle Dave had that finger operated on. My dad's uh, middle sister, her husband. Um, he had they did test on him, uric acid. No, I've not seen Gretchen. Did some uric acid test on him, and come find out he didn't have when the numbers weren't high. But his fingers, something was wrong with his fingers, so they did some operations on it, or did an operation on it, cut it open, and it was full of crystals from gout, and the tendons were half disintegrated or whatever. So they're working on his finger now. It might be like Mickey. It might be meat. It might not. That's right. If you want a fresh quality hamburger, go to Wendy's because it's never frozen. It's always fresh. So you know what you're getting right there. Fresh meat. It may not be hamburger, but it's meat. I also like the shells of mac and cheese. I tell you what, if you had Kathy's cheese or macaroni and cheese, you wouldn't eat anything else. So I like it, and after a while, she'll make some, and then I'll take if I have it, I'll take some bacon, crumble up bacon, and throw on top of it. Put it in the microwave, and so it actually oozes into the cheese. So. But I made a big pot of uh, baked beans yesterday morning for the Halloween party, and I didn't use bacon. I took 2 sticks of Polish kielbasa, split it down the center, cut them into chunks, and then put them on my dicer or my chopper, and made them into like little 1/4 inch squares, cubes, and I put that in baked beans. It turned out pretty good. So. That's right, TMP or TPM. It's in a lot of your foods. Textured protein, modified. Oh, that sounds pretty good. All right, Will, you take it easy. Don't be shoveling too much snow. Mac and cheese with some sausage, man. That's pretty good too. I did that with smoked sausage and Polish kielbasa, hot dogs. Grandkids like macaroni and cheese with hot dogs in it. I did too when I was a kid, I guess. By the way, Kevin, thank Will because he was the one that sent the cigars to us. So, Will Matheson. So. I got a powder in my nose. Right, you gotta think outside the box, don't you? I like macaroni and cheese with tuna and peas in it too. Yeah, she said, Kathy said, "Oh God, that's nasty," but I like it. Used to eat it all the time when I was a kid. Yeah, last year, me and Kevin, check out my video. It was for Thanksgiving Day. Kevin was here. I don't smoke, but I did. I lit up. We both lit up a cigar that was sent to us from my friend Will, and they were Cubans, so they were pretty good cigars. So she's right. You like tuna noodle casserole, Jeff? Now, I like that with peas in it too. I know. Jeff said you're right. To you, when I said something about tuna and peas and macaroni and cheese, and you said, yeah, he said you're right. Well, you don't know what you're missing there, Jeff. Tuna noodle casserole. Now that's living. Yum, yum. All right, I'll tell her when she comes back. She's walked out to the garage. I love you too. You have a great night. Be careful. Are you going to work? That's right. Cream peas and tuna fish over toast. That's right. Make a white bechamel sauce. Throw your tuna in there. Start cooking it. Throw your peas in there, fresh frozen peas. That way, they cook and they're nice and crunchy or tender. You know what I'm talking about, crisp. And you put it over toast. You don't have that much adventure, okay? Hello, Redneck. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. It's good to see you. It's going good. It is. How's it going with you? I put this in this morning or this evening, but it didn't show up, I don't think. Because when I got back on it, it only had "see you then." So I don't know. That's the apparel. You guys are looking for some apparel. And then there's the Grab a Dog. You guys are looking for some Grab a Dog apparel? It's here too. That's the last one on the list. Oh. That's good, redneck. I'm glad it's working for you. You're right. It does. Well, when we was kids, we were raised on that kind of stuff, That's what we got, cream peas and tuna, macaroni and cheese with tuna and peas in it. And, there was 8 kids and mom and dad, there's 10 of us. So just had to do what you had to do. The little one, she's just cute as a button. What are you doing, Pumpkin? You better get to bed. You gotta get to bed. It's night time. Night, honey. I like chop suey. Anybody like chop suey? The La Choy chop suey. I like that, the beef La Choy chop suey. I like it over rice. I like it over them hard noodles. I seen some the other day and was going to buy it. I should have. La Choy makes Chinese food swing American. Yeah. Just hang on. Hello. Hello. Anybody there? You're at bedtime. See ya. All right. See you later, Jeff. You have a great one, man. Keep that shit up. I'm gonna be asleep before the end of the live stream. No. It gets to me. Huh. I had somebody leave me a number, a voicemail, 8:30 today.
In a single day. Visit www.happytruck.me. If I could show you a way to receive $14,000 cold hard cash delivered overnight to your doorstep in the next 10 days, would you want to learn more about it? This is a fun, simple way of helping people make a home.
I can just imagine how that's going to work. I'll have to check out the video. I will. I'll have to check it out. Did you save me a plate? No. I saved you some chili from the other day. It's right here, waiting for you to come here and have a bowl. No. Yeah, I bite. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. You want to make $14,000 in the next 10 days there, Junkyard? Before we go to prison? Because you know damn well I'll probably get something illegal. So, yeah. That's right. I'm in the Great Lakes state. They don't call us great for no reason because we are great. We're the greatest at Great Lakes. We are actually a peninsula because we are surrounded in water by three ways. Yeah. Ugh. Well, anyways, hey, Junkyard, you would have had a ball at that auction yesterday. They sold a 66 Ford Bronco with a brand new rebuilt engine in it, never been turned over. Transmission been gone through, no body, just a floor pan in the frame and a steering wheel. $1,400. I have brand new tires and rims on. Hell, those were worth $800. A guy bought it, and he started selling stuff that was on it. There was a bunch of other stuff sitting on it. By the time he was said and done, hell, he sold about $800 worth of stuff that was on it. Called the wrecker and had the wrecker come get it. I asked him what he was going to do with it. He says, hell, I got a brand new body at home. The frame was rotted out, so we redone the body, and we've been looking for a frame for it. And I got one now. I said, well, there you go. So. I had a couple of riding lawnmowers. They sold one for $115. It was a MTD, I think 52 or 54-inch cut, 18-horse twin, probably 3 or 4 years old, $115. Odds and ends, all sorts of woodworking equipment and stuff. Deer, elk, wildebeest, goose, geese, turkey, all of them were all stuffed and mounted. Yeah. Bear. It was a pretty good auction. So. So anybody got something they want to talk about? You tell me. Because I have to come up with something to talk about tomorrow morning, so. You gotta go pick up your two $21 tires. Oh, that's good. Yeah. Can't buy them for that, so evidently that's a winner chicken dinner. That's right. How they got mounted and everything? You said they were bias ply, weren't they? You are putting those on the back, right? $1,120s, yep. Oh, you got a dump truck or something you want to put them on? Or a farm truck? Oh, okay. You got them for your brother-in-law's bucket truck. Okay. Oh, God, I'm sore.
Hmm.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. What are you hungry for?
Daddy, Bob.
Nutty bar? I'll go ask your Nana. She's out in the garage. Every time you ask me, I get in trouble, so go ask your Nana. Problem solved. Yeah, that way you should be able to borrow it at least. If not, you take tires back off it while he's at a job with it. I need my tires back. Well, how am I going to get home? That's not my problem. No. She told you no, you didn't need a nutty bar? Oh, well, see, she was right. I was wrong. You didn't need a nutty bar. She probably thinks you need to go to sleep. That kid will do anything not to go to bed, but she'll do everything not to get out of bed in the morning too. So you got to pry her out with a crowbar. Next month, I get to go to the doctor's. Get to go to the pain management finally. Hopefully, you're going to do something because it's getting worse. Now this hand's finger's starting it. See, I can't even close them. See, that one right there, I can't close it in like the rest of them. And that's the same way with this one. It's going to be doing the same thing. So, don't ever get old. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you. Don't get old. It ain't worth it. Don't crack your knuckles. It ain't worth it. I'm telling you. Listen to old Uncle Iron Dog. He'll tell you. No. Where's Kevin at today? Hell, we ain't seen him tonight. He's probably drunk already. Not that I'm saying he drinks, but I think he drinks. Well, if you can borrow that bucket truck there, Junkyard, tell him you need to borrow it for a couple of weeks and bring it on over. We'll have all sorts of fun with that thing. Cutting down trees along the boulevard around here. They'll think we're here doing it for the city. We're just doing it for the hell of it. Just drop the trees and keep on going. When are you guys going to come? We got a crew coming. They're down the road working right now. They'll be here as soon as possible. You're good. Thank God. Hear your reputation being soiled. Are you too drunk to participate, or are you just about hammered enough to enjoy the show? Nice to have you here, Kevin. He was bragging on you. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I was bragging on you. Telling everybody what a nice guy you were, Kevin. Yeah. You don't believe me? Go back and watch the show.
You haven't had a drink since Friday night. Oh my God. Anheuser-Busch just laid off third shift. That's terrible news. It is. Why haven't you had a drink? You been busy? Recovering? Oh, God. You know, we're just having fun with you, Kevin. I almost had me some apple pie last night, but I had to drive home from the Halloween party, so I decided I better not. That's the stuff. That's the type of stuff you don't want to start drinking, because it starts tasting too damn good, and before you know it, you've had way too much. Ask Junkyard; he'll tell you how good that stuff tastes. And that thing's just like a like a silent bullet. It'll sneak up and get you. You still here, Kevin? Yep. It'll get you when you stand up. You're right. That apple pie will get to you. You sit right there and drink it all night long. Once you stand up, that's when the party starts. So. Or you try sitting, yeah. Yeah. Try to be as still as possible when you're drinking that stuff. Yeah, try to stay sitting. That's right. Yeah. One night I was at a friend's house and I drank a fifth of Arrow peach schnapps. No, excuse me. Arrow peppermint schnapps and 2 quarts of beer. And I downed this stuff down like within an hour. I drank it all. So, well, I better get going home before this stuff hits me. I made it about 4.5 miles, 5 miles maybe. I wrecked my car like 4 times. Finally, I figured it was enough is enough. She wouldn't get out of the ditch anymore anyway, so I got out of the car and decided I was going to walk back to the place I just left because I hadn't been gone more than 10 minutes, I thought. 2 hours later, I get back to their house and I'm beating on the door. I said, hey, open up the door, man. I've been in an accident. I need to come in. What the hell happened? You left hours ago. I said, I didn't. I ain't left that long. Yes, you have. Anyways, I had to go to the sheriff department the next day and explain why I left my car in the ditch. I said, well, it was icy out. I was on my way home from dropping off some friends at their house because we went to the movies and, I was driving. And so I took them there home. Uh-huh.
Can I get something?
Why don't you go ask your Nana if you can get something? That'll be a thought. Go ask her first. And if she says yeah, then I'll get you something. But you better have a written permission slip from her, because I know you. Anyways, I had to explain to him, no, I wasn't drinking, officer. You really weren't drinking? No, I wasn't drinking. And up and down this road, they had all these accidents where somebody went off the road and hit something and got back on the road. And, it was me. I remember all of them. So, yeah. But I didn't get a ticket, so that was cool. So, what'd you do this weekend, anybody? 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 Bueller? Bueller? I can stare you. All right, there, Kevin. We'll see you in the morning, man. You have a great night. Take care of your grandson. We'll see you in the morning. Be careful, Kevin. Right. Hey, the All-American Grandpa, I think, or something like that, had to go down the hall, or somebody, I can't remember who it was in the live stream, had to go down the hall and come back 20 minutes later. That's some hell of a hallway. Hey, Straight Jerry, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good to see you, buddy. Straight Jerry. Nice to see you, man. Yeah, walk responsibly. That's right. So how have you been, Jerry? Doing good, have you? Hopefully. Anybody got anything they want to talk about? I'm all ears. All eyeballs, too. Well, I don't know what to talk about, man. I'm just about all talked out. No. Fort Sill Boulevard, the cops wouldn't mess you in the last part of the month because they knew everybody was broke. Yeah, so they couldn't get any ticket money from you. Couple or Coop 437, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. What's Coop 437? Let's see. You got 742 channel full of followers. I am a subscriber already, so let's see what you got. You got one of them 3-wheel jobbies, don't you? That's pretty cool, man. It does look pretty cool. A 3-wheel motorcycle. Got the 2 wheels up front. Looks like a car. Fighting off dogs. Cops are here. Okay. You're welcome. That's right. They'd rack them all up again. That's right. So. They're not going to be a formation today. Okay. Well, that's good there, Coop. Not bad for being 72. That's right. Did you put a couple bullets in them, the dogs? I tell you what, man, stray dogs, stray wild pack dogs are mean, man. They are vicious. People say, they're just dogs. No, once they lose their instincts about being around people and are worried about survival and where their next meal's coming from, they don't care about people no more. You're a meal to them. Hardwood stick, there you go. That's all you are. You're a meal to them. You got a dog or something out there, or a cat, you're a meal to that dog. That's it. They don't care. Or the chickens or whatever. You're just a meal. I went out down in Toledo. I had a whole pack of wild dogs. They almost killed another dog. And we went out and hunted them down. And there was probably 20 of them running in a pack. And they were chasing anything that was alive on the ground. Yeah. So. They don't have to be big. Little bitty dogs, thigh high, not thigh high, but calf high. Those your neighbor's dogs? You gotta go over and put a little wood stick to the neighbor. But anyways, this pack of dogs, they tore apart this German Shepherd and damn near killed him. And the cops are on him now. That's good, Coop. But anyways, we went out hunting them. And we were in this old abandoned landfill, and they were out there chasing, they were actually chasing other dogs down when we caught up with them, So, it was a junkyard and an old abandoned fertilizer plant, but it also had a landfill back of it. So we were out there chasing them down with ATVs and, let the chips fall where they may. We didn't get them all, but we got most of them. So. This was
35 years ago, 34 years ago. Yeah, no, 33 years ago, something like that. Oh. And they were nasty. You got to watch them. You think that a dog's a dog. No, a dog will turn on you in no time, especially if they're hungry. No. Just like that. What was it, a few years ago? The hyena out in Australia ran out and grabbed that little kid and drug it into the woods. They couldn't find it. So that's basically that's what it is. It was hungry and that was a food source. They don't care. Well, hopefully they'll make him keep his dogs in the in his yard. That'd be nice. Well, I guess I'm going to end up calling it a night because I don't really know what to talk about anymore. I'm just about talked out. And I only got 3 of us in here. And I'm sure the other 2 plus me are probably tired. So I will see you guys in the morning if you're more than willing to come see me. So. And I'm there at 6:30 in the morning there, Coop. So if you want, come on in, say hi. 6:30 Eastern Standard. So I don't know what time zone you're in, but if you're in Central, that would be 5:30. If you're in Mountain, that'd be 4:30, and if you're in Pacific, that'd be 3:30. So, Punk J, how you doing, man? Nice to have you here. I'm going to be getting out of here no later than 9:45. But all right, we'll see you later there, Junkyard. You have a great one, man. In fact, I'm just about ready to walk out, Punk J. I'm tired. Everybody else is tired. So, but nah, it's okay. I'll be in the morning. Come on in the morning if you can. I appreciate you being here. I really do. I just had a busy weekend. I'm practically beat, and I think everybody else that was in here is probably beat. So, but I appreciate you being here. I really do. So, you feel 1.8 thousand coming on? Well, that's good, man. That's good. Hopefully you can get it. I really hope you do. I feel good for you. So I keep fluctuating between 1650 and 1670. So hopefully you can get your 1800. That'd be nice. All right, well, I am going to call it a night. Y'all have a great night. God bless. Stay safe. Take care, and we'll see you in the morning. If you want to come, I'll be there first thing in the morning, 6:30. I don't know what we'll talk about, but I'll be there. So you're 3 away from it. All right, Punk J. Well, come on in tomorrow. Maybe we can get you 3 of them. So you have a great one, though. We'll see you later. God bless. Take care, everybody. Prayers and peace, and stay safe.